Right. Okay, here we go. This is the Stunt Coyote How to Make a Layout Seminar. Not brought to you by anything. Basically, like, you guys, let me actually change the title here. An efficient layout for your stream. Playing Super Metroid, done. Okay. Yeah, I got questions in the Ask FM about how I go about making my stream. And some people might, if you've been watching me for a while, have heard of my stream make percent or stream percent or layout percent. So yeah, let me get some music going here. Let's get some like jazz or something.
Smooth,
some smooth jazz. Let's see.
Finally got my world record again back.
That's pretty good, dude.
It can still be improved, but it can still be fast by maybe 2 seconds.
That's pretty tight.
It is. And I've also been thinking do it with just the short sword instead of getting a long sword. It's gonna be well. The first 3 stages are not even hard without the long sword, but the last one is stupid with the spiders.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Okay, we got the smooth jazz rolling now.
Rolling with the smooth jazz.
Rolling with the jazz. Okay, so let me make sure Link is turned up here. Okay. Layout percent. Okay, so how I go about it, let me go through some of these. I have like the SNES-orama that I do for like all my SNES games. I got like a logo, blah blah blah. I've got the Beastcast Delio, one for when I do interviews. Obviously that looks really crappy because I've been moving files around and changing the layout of stuff. This one is literally just my name up in the corner, but it would have chat and Duke Nukem full screen. These are some of the Beastathon ones. My setting up one, I'm going to get rid of that because that's nothing. Final Fantasy VIII, and then my main one here. Okay, so let's start with like a new one. Add scenes, let's new. Okay, so we have a blank slate here. So like I know there's some streams, like I know Steel and Bread, he likes to keep things simple. So like let's say you have, let me open up close splits. No. And then alright. See, edit splits. Let's say we got, I'm gonna make a like a random split thing here. 1, 2, shit. Alright. So I'm gonna make this edit layout or vertical. Okay. Okay, so I have splits open here. So I've seen people go like add window capture splits. So they have their splits, you know, like right here. And they're like either, you can either like make this bigger and go like this, or whatever you want. Just making, turn my Super Nintendo on so I have like a game going. Obviously my TV needs to be on or some shit. No, never mind. Okay, turn the AMRAC down. Okay, so this would be your like add AMRAC, and you'd go with AMRAC video capture, boom. And thing you can do is like with your edit scene, you can hold the Alt key and you can like drag the outside of the window to like where you want it to be, so you can like make good use of your space. So I see a lot of people have layouts like this, like the minimalistic layout, which is completely fine. You just like and then so that's like your most basic layout ever. And then, but that's like, if that's what you want, that's effective, and like that works perfect, you know. Okay, so I see Bread, so like what he's doing right now, and actually, like to be more specific, is he's got like this whole deal going on, where he's got like yeah, me, bae. So like add face. Let's see, Logitech camera, boom. Let's make it smaller. And let's get rid of some of this like extra space here. And some of that, oh shit. And just go, and I can just, like Bread's got this look going on for his stream, which is actually really effective because like you still have the camera, you still have your splits, and you still have your game that way. And like you can even like add borders if you want. Like if I wanted to make this look better, I could go, say I download a border, let's see, game border. You can do that by just like getting a PNG image of something. So let's see, my logos folder. I have a borders folder. Metroid. No text. Here we go. So here's like a border I have. I can go like woo, and wee, and you know. So it's just like something really simple. And I could also do that for like my side shit here. Then you got like your crazy like Caleb Hart layout where it's like constantly changing. Really, a layout should be like an expression of your own, self. Like if I had a picture of Linka's, I would like, hold on, maybe I can do that. Let me go to the Linka Meisters page. Linka Meister, shit. Actually put a G in there. Alright, so I found Linka Meister. I'm gonna find his thingamabobber. Oh god, it's gonna make me play through an ad, isn't it? Yep. Okay. So while we're waiting here, this was only 4 sources, by the way. So this is like a very manageable layout here.
Yeah, it's like only background and the back overlay and the front overlay.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like some people Photoshop their layouts. Like hold on a second. Let me actually I'm gonna take the snipping tool here. I
just use Paint on that. It's so easy.
Yeah.
And it's free instead of Photoshop being paid.
Okay, so file, save as. Alright. So I'm gonna delete this shit here. Remove, yes. Remove, yes. Remove, yes, and remove, yes. Alright, so this is like what Link is working with here. Image. And then browse desktop. This is Linkemeister's layout. And the thing is it's themed because he runs Super Metroid. He's got a good space for the chat. This is cool. He's got this time right here. Good space for the chat. He's got his camera would go here. Then his game's big. And then on the bottom it has like it's like the Super Metroid menu. And it's got like the Beast Runners logo, SRX logo, and then his donation incentive down there. So that's a good use of like a themed layout. But you said you did that in Paint, right?
Yep, Paint on that. That took me a day.
See, that's easy to do.
I needed some inspiration for it. I hadn't done.
Right.
I did like everything like fucking perfectly, putting it everywhere so I make the most use of everything and just make it look like the item menu of Super Metroid.
It looks pretty tight, man. Okay, so we're gonna make a basic layout here. So I'm gonna take simple things like my camera. And I'm going to make this smaller. And I'm going to alt in this because it's still like it's a lot. So I'm down in the corner here. You can obviously easily see me. Let's add global source video capture device AMREC. So you'd have like your game video capture. Okay, so again, what you can do is to drag in sides, you can hold the Alt key and drag this into the size of your 4x3 and whatnot. And then, whoop, is there a game feed here? And we can make this like nice and big. You can leave space on the top or bottom if you want like an info bar or something. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna just like hold shift and stretch it over a little bit. And I'm also gonna take this and just move it like up a tiny bit, and take this and drag it up a tiny bit. Also, you can use the arrow keys to like change anything you need, or like move it very like small, like frames at a time, I think, pixels, and just move it up and down, left or right with your arrow keys. So let me get to a screen that's like bright where you can actually like see what's going on, like the blue screen, for example. See, if I press the arrow key, I can move it over, I can move it down, I can move it up with the arrow key. So I have it nice and centered, right, to the side and bottom. So now what I do is I have this thing to give depth to the game feed. I have what's called border fade, and it's a square that allows me to add some depth. So this is all it is. It's a PNG image with nothing but like the outside. It has some like shadowing. So I'm going to stretch this out like this, and then I'm going to shift key it over and pull it like this. And now that alone just gives that some extra depth. Oh fuck, I gotta fix the top. So now that has kind of like a fading look to it. I can also do that. So I have that labeled as game fade. I can do cam fade. I can take that same exact image that I just used and put this down in the corner here. And I can pull this down to the size of my camera here, like so. Shift it over, like, and now I've got this fade thing on my camera. It looks pretty nice. Yeah, dude. So now it makes it look a little bit more sleek and less like jagged edge like. So now we've got some like depth to our layout here. So let me take a game like Mega Man X. Let me get to like the password screen so where I can see some light on the game here. Okay, so as you can see around the outside of the game itself, it has that nice look to it. Okay, let's say you wanted like an info bar on top. Let me get to another. Where's Mega Man X1 or something? Super Metroid, Castlevania. Where's X1? There we go. All right. Okay, so now you can see around the outside of the game, it looks really nice like that. Now what I can do is I can add image, game border. I can take a border, any border of my choice here. Let's do actually a Mega Man X themed one, just for the sake of it. This is another PNG image I had made, where you can just like take it and drag it around. But what I can do is I can take it down in the corner like this, drag it out to where the outside of the game is, like right here. Now I can take that border fade and I can size it to the inside of this border. So now it looks like the border itself is what's producing the fade, and that's also a good look. But that's if you're going for like a border or not. I keep forgetting that it's this way, not that way. So that's how you add depth to your game or whatnot. It's not necessary, but it does look pretty nice. Let's say you're not going for a game border though, or you just want something like this. I'm going to take that same thing we just had. I'm actually going to go back to the path, or actually, hold on, I'm just going to do this so I can see it. Okay, then I'm just going to pull it out, and yada yada. There. No, wait. There we go. Oh, the top. It's still not enough on this side. That good? Okay. Alright. So, there's that. So, we have two things. We got the game feed, and we got us. Now we can do our splits here, like we were talking about earlier. Add window capture, splits. Let's take a live split here. And now what we can do is, instead of having this like actual live split background, we can like move it up slightly. We can right click it and hit properties and go to chroma key, select, and get rid of this background. Just drag this top down quick. So now it's like see-through. So if I wanted to, I could take a background now, image, background, and then desktop, logos. Let me just see if I can find a cool looking background that would look neat. Let's take like a beach, who knows. So we want to like golf. So you like golf and you want your background to be golf related. So we're just going to take this and, you know, stretch it out through the entirety of it. Then you can hit control and then just hold down and put it as the bottom source. I can also take this and move it to wherever like it looks good. It's like splits. If I want to move it up here, I can. I find it's easier to like build these things live rather than do them in like Photoshop, because you can always change it up if you want. So I use a lot of sources as opposed to like building a layout and then putting stuff on it. So now I can go add image, and I have a PNG of like Twitter. So I can go, I have a folder called site logos that I can be like, take this and put it like right here or something. Add image YT for YouTube. You always, you know, like you don't have to have these on your chat or your stream, but if you want, you can. Add text, Twitter name. I like the text Mool Boran because it's real. Oh my god, oops. Mool Boran because it's really cool. Another thing to do that the Windows 8 background. Pretty much. You hit OK. Another thing I like to do is you can just type this out like normal, like at like this. You can just type it out like normal and have it this if you want, but like that alone is nice, but you can do this too if you want to change it to your like your own font you want to use. Like I said, I use Mool Boran. Also, there's a use outline option under your text in OBS. That gives it some more depth to it as well. So use that, and then add another text, YT name. Again, I'm going to use Mool Boran for it. I'm going to use my outline, change it to 4, be like FS7 Marsh. Boom. So you can do that however you want, though. You can even put that like at the top of your game feed. Add another, depending on what you want, like on the top of your thing or whatever, you could put that up top. say you want like the game name up top, you could do that too. But I mean, if people like, I'm gonna get to like verbosity on the stream here shortly as well. And if you don't know what the word verbose means, it means like already conveyed information that's being conveyed again. Like, I'll give you a great example. This was something that I did myself that I wish I hadn't done because it's pretty dumb. Putting my name on my stream. Stunt Coyote. I mean, you can put your name on your stream, but if someone's already at your stream, they know who you are. So there's no real point in putting your own name on your stream. So if you're doing like if you have like a little logo or you're doing like a setting up screen or whatever, that's fine. But I feel like that on your own stream is just kind of like pleasing you rather than the viewer. So I'll get rid of that. Alright, see you, Brad.
See ya, John.
Oh, dude, nice. Okay, so let's see. Something that a lot of people do like on a stream though is chat. That's something that I have as well. Add. So you can get like either CRL browser, or you can like window capture your own chat if you want. But I have it global source for chat here. And so I've got like, whoop. So I can put like, you could do this, you know. You could have it like this, or also you could go to your actual like properties, edit layout, and you could change it to horizontal. And let me remove this. I gotta make a new add. Window capture splits. So you can make your splits like this. Oh jeez. Or whatever you want to do, however you want to do this. And you can also right click, position size, and like center horizontally, so that's exactly in the middle of the screen now. I can take my chat here and put it like right here where it's easy to read. I can also use the arrow keys to center that up. See, this looks pretty clean too. And you can even like take this and like shift drag it like to look like that. Doesn't really matter. Like, let's turn the game on, get that whole thing going. So this took us like 10 minutes, 15 minutes to make, and it looks pretty decent. The game has depth. There's a camera, there's some information up top here, there's our splits on top. We got our chat here. I got some plugs going on here. You can also like make these smaller, like I've been doing recently, and put them like in your feed if you want. Like, I don't know what you'd want to do, but you can put it like that if you want. Okay, so boom, you can move this down here, you can move it up here, like say I want a picture, add image, MMX, browser, logos, Mega Man X, just take a PNG image of Mega Man X, and then we'll put him like right here. I can hide him behind shit. So there's X on a beach. Say you're running Mega Man X and you want that. Boom, you got that. You can also take properties if you want. You can chroma key your splits again like you were doing before, but it's going to look kind of weird. It all depends on what color you're using too for your background. If it's a very dark color, you can hang, like, you can see it easier. But this is a pretty efficient, like, this would work for most instances. So you've got a layout that's got a camera, you've got your plugs right here, and you've got your game feed that way, you got your splits above. Yeah, this is all through OBS. This is not like this is like the not Photoshop version of how to do this. So like, if you wanted to, you can make your game feed smaller even and put more information around. Like I was saying before, like verbosity on a stream is like a huge thing. So I don't know if like you'd want to, but like this is something that I'm talking about, like verbosity. I used to make like layouts like where I'd have like the name of the game on it. It'd be like, I'm playing Mega Man X. You know, like, they're gonna know you're playing Mega Man X. So, I mean, that's all preference, really. Like, if you can make it look good, like, put it down in the corner here or something. If you can make it work, that's fine. But I'm pretty sure that if they're on your stream watching what you're playing and you're reading your title, they're gonna know that you're playing Mega Man X already. And it's just more sources that kind of just like jumble up in your OBS. So that's one example of verbosity. Like I was saying earlier, something that I had made to prove this point would be logos. Where are we? Personal logos. If I were to put this on my stream, like Stunt Coyote, that's Stunt Coyote, but you already know that, so why would you need that? I mean, it does look kind of cool, but I was saying, like, if you were doing something like a setting up stream or a Be Right Back stream layout screen, then that would be more useful than on your actual layout. So like an example of a few of them that I've made, you've got your, like, this is one that Eddie and I made for Beastathon, our online marathon we're gonna do. So it's got, obviously we're going to have the name of the game because there's going to be a lot of different games. Then there's a category, there's the name of the runner, the time is going to be in this bottom tier, and then it has the name of the event on top, and then the game feed right here. That looks like it's in an old school CRT television, and it'll be pretty neat. Like, that's something that's still generally simple, but it conveys the message that you're trying to get across. It's like our Be Right Back screen is just the name of the event and a background image that we've kind of messed with the lighting a little bit. But here's my main layout. Here's a great example. Let me open my actual open splits, unknown, hold on, exit, let me open this up again. Okay, so splits here, I got my splits up top, open layout, hold on, oops, Open layout, FF8. It's a little crammed now, isn't it? Splits. Now, remove. Add window capture, splits, live split, boop. So yeah, let's see. This is a decent example of what I was talking about. Splits, edit scene, and then my chat. Okay, so yeah. As you can see here, my splits are up top, they're out of the way. Let's get a game like Super Metroid on here. This would be the game I'm playing when I generally use this layout. So let's get a screen going here. So this is like without Photoshop. This like a live, what I like to call a live layout. Okay, so I just use NightDev Chat, which can be moved around. As you can see right here, it'll show up having emotes. It'll do all sorts of things. It's pretty nice. So NightDev is a really good solution for your chat. I use Live Split, and that can be drag and put across tons of different ways. Other than that, really, it's just all I have is an image and like source thing. A big thing I like about making stream layouts is your source depth. So like the Samus is behind my camera, obviously, so that's like layering. And then with the border fade I have for the game feed, that's another thing. So game fade over Amarak, that makes it so the fade's on top, gives the game depth. My camera here has camera fade, so that gives that depth. My chat's up top, easy to move around if I wanted to move it. On my top is my splits. On my bottom I have an info bar type thing, I guess you could say. It says it's for my Ask FM, and my category, and what my PB is. So, and above here is my Twitter and my YouTube. That's out of the way, but it's still very much there. Let me take this for a second. YouTube name. I said the arrow key can be your best friend too, if you want to move stuff like that around. But really that's it. Like, very, very simple way of creating a layout just through OBS and not have to worry about like GIMP or Photoshop or any of that. These are all just sources that are layered over each other, and they're very manageable, and they can always be moved or deleted or changed or resized and everything like that. So I guess thanks to the people who have left questions in my Ask FM about creating layouts, because I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for that. But yeah, like I've said, I've seen a lot of people who've made layouts through Photoshop, and they're very, very intricate. But this is just a simple way to make a layout look like you want and easily accessible to change. So yeah, that's that.